My name is Matthew Gardner, former tax accountant, now current author of a book in the political space. People often ask why I went this route. I have undergrad degrees in ministry and then a graduate degree in political science and public administration. So at this point in my life, I moved out of the tax accounting field, and now I'm currently working to finish my first book with the help of Linda Orji. And I'm very, very impressed and happy with the work that we've accomplished thus far. The first thing that she said when we first started this process was that it's a process. I thought it was something that we could just finish in a few weekends because I had a lot of it already done. And once I started working the process, and once I started seeing all the gaps I had, and that was due to working with Linda, it's become an amazing journey. So we plan on actually publishing sometime during spring of 2024. But the first thing that she did was she read over my work. She enjoyed it, but she said something that really resonated with me. I wanted to do a very quick 50-page book, and when she got finished looking at what I had, she said, "You're cheating yourself." And that really struck me very quickly because I realized that I was cutting short some very deep and meaningful topics. And once you realize that that's what you're doing and you want to make sure that you make a great first book, you definitely don't want to cheat yourself. So we started the process back in February, and we're now in March, and week by week we work, we do touch points. She basically sees what I'm doing right now, and then after that she takes it 2 or 3 steps further with the ability to, and it's a great thing because some people just read your work, and that's the one thing that I really found great about working with Linda. She could just be an editor. I mean, she could work the grammatics and just be done. But when Linda took hold of the project, she says, "I'm not going to only help you with the grammatical side, but I'm also going to work with you to develop it such that when your readers actually take the time to read the book or even go audiobook, they really feel as though they're being treated to a well-designed, well-laid out literary work." So I've been impressed, and I've got a background. I've written articles in corporate America, for various things dealing with either my role as a tax accountant or my role in the volunteer space. I worked for a major company, so it was in a large format, but working with Linda has definitely upped my game when it comes to the way that I think about writing and touching my audience. One key thing that she does is deal with tense and tone. She noticed a lot of times I will go from a kind, understanding, instructive tone and then quickly move into a more harsh tone. And she would always say, "So as a reader, I'm feeling what you're saying. I'm going down the path. I'm with you. I'm on the journey. And then all of a sudden you hit me with this. Well, that would turn me off if I'm a reader and you're trying to convince me of something." And I'm like, "Yeah, you're right." So long story short, working with Linda has brought out those different nuances that I really need as a developing writer to take me from being able to put together a nice article in a industry magazine or industry newsletter versus doing a 100 to 200 page book in the political space and allowing my readers and those via audiobook to really embrace what it is that I'm offering and also come to their own conclusions themselves. Because that's a lot of what we're doing. We're dealing with logic. We're not only dealing with just political opinion, but we're dealing with logic. We're dealing with even spirituality, Christianity, in these different spaces where people are saying one thing, but they may or may not be doing another. If anybody ever asks me would I recommend Linda Orji for a project, I would say 100% yes. Few things: focus, a comprehensive approach, as well as excellence. When you put those three things together, when you're developing a project and you want to be able to target your audience and be able to bring them into what you're saying, when it comes to editing and developing a literary project, Linda is basically the best person I've ever seen.